I do a lot of my reading tandem style where I will have either the Kindle or physical book with me while I'm listening to the audiobook. I feel like that experience makes the reading experience for me more vivid. I definitely am able to picture things better when I'm listening and reading. And I wanted to share the best audiobooks that I have listened to recently. None of these I think will be a surprise for folks, but these are the ones that I really, really enjoyed. First off, Misery by Stephen King. I think this story would have been very scary to me without the audiobook, but the audiobook, specifically the way the narrator does Annie, was like genuinely terrifying for me. So I definitely recommend, if you can get the audiobook from your library, Audible, Libro FM, any of those things, that you do, because it really, really elevated it for me. Just like, I can still hear Annie. Like, she's freaky. Another one that I don't think is a surprise if you are on horror talk at all, but Incidents Around the House, the audiobook of this, was absolutely what made this scary for me. This story is from the perspective of a little girl. So you have that style of narration, and then the other mommy that's like haunting her. It was freaky. I really enjoyed the audiobook of James because there is a lot of I guess I don't know what the word is. There is a lot of maybe slang or the language style that's used in this story, specifically for how the slaves are speaking when they're like talking to their masters, is it can be difficult to like read on the page. Definitely not like King James English, if you will. And so having the audiobook really helped with that. I also think that the way that they speak is like a key plot point in this story, and I feel like being able to listen to it really helped me absorb the impact. The Women by Kristen Hanna is one that is very highly acclaimed, and for good reason. I love all of Kristen Hanna's books that I've read so far. I do normally do them via audiobook, and I feel like The Women really made the experience so much more emotional for me, getting to hear Frankie's story from her. 1984, but specifically the Audible exclusive edition with Andrew Garfield, was absolutely fantastic. I absolutely plowed through that audiobook. It's like a full production. It's so well done. It has Cynthia Erivo in it and Andrew Scott. Like, it's so well done. If you don't have an Audible subscription, I would honestly tell you to like get it for 1 month just to listen to that adaptation. It's that good. Quicksilver is another one that the audiobook is really great. I initially did not start reading this as tandem, but then I added the audiobook as I was going. And I do feel like the narration really helped. Kingfisher's voice, chef's kiss. And then a fun, quirky one, but Veer Wong's Unsolicited Advice for Murderers was fun. I listened to this while I was reading it on a plane ride, and the audio was really funny. It definitely like elevates the humor for me, and I just enjoyed it overall. So the one audiobook that I don't have a physical copy of the book, and that is Educated. This is a memoir, and I highly recommend in general listening to memoirs via audio because they're generally read by the author. But this one I felt was so impactful. I would like to get a physical copy of the book. This audiobook was super well done. I really enjoyed hearing the story from the narrator, from the author, and it definitely will make you angry about what happened to her.